And it's just hot as a mother. Savage. Let's go. Good morning, everyone. It is Monday. Usually I do a Sunday reset, but I worked freshman dorm move-ins the past few days, and so today is Monday. I don't have anything to do except for prepare for the school year, which starts on Wednesday. Yes, that's 2 days from now. I'm kind of terrified, but it's gonna be fine. Today I'm hitting the gym for the first time in a few weeks because the rec is finally open back up to students for the fall. And I'm basically going to get my apartment ready. I'm gonna get myself ready. I'm gonna go through my syllabi. I'm gonna see all the things that I need to do. And we're gonna reset together for this school year starting. So let's go. And of course, the first thing I'm doing is eating a big fat breakfast because, brother, I am hungry. I went out last night. I'm a little bit tired, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. So let's get it. Okay, I just finished breakfast and it was so yummy, it was so filling, and now I'm gonna wait for it to digest a little bit before I go to the rec center. So in the meantime, I am going to basically get my room in order because I had done like clothes laundry the other day, but I still need to fold those clothes and put them away. I also need to make my bed and basically just put everything away and organize. And the reason I'm talking outside is because my roommate is still asleep, and as she should be on our day off. So I am just going to clean quietly. We'll make it a little montage, and yeah, now I'm gonna clean and then we'll go to the gym. Okay, so here's the before. I am the queen of just leaving clothes on the floor of my room. So my closet's kind of a mess. The floor of my room is a mess. There's all the laundry that I need to put away. And this is the state of things. So let's pick it all up. So like I said, I leave clothes on the ground all the time, whether I'm trying on an outfit and then it doesn't work, so I just take it off and leave it on the ground because I'm in a rush, or because I actually like get home at the end of the day and I'm also in a rush to either change or go get someplace else. So I just change, leave stuff on the floor, and say I'll get it later. So I feel like a lot of the first part of this is figuring out what's clean, what's dirty, and most of it just needs to be washed. So this is me then folding the clothes that I washed the other day. And I don't know if you can see, but I am watching Freaky Friday 1 because my friends invited me to go to the theater, and I know this is criminal, and I know I literally grew up and I could have watched this so many times as a child, but I either haven't seen it before or just don't remember anything. So I was watching Freaky Friday like the entire time that I was folding these clothes and putting them away, which definitely made the time go faster. And then when we got to the theater, I felt like an expert. I felt like a pro because I knew exactly everything that had happened in the first movie. So I feel like I got every single joke and every single line that was meant to be like a throwback to the first movie, which was really fun. And after finishing up my closet, I moved on to making up my bed, which I feel like I've now gotten a pretty good routine for this bed. As y'all saw in my move-in vlog, this is like a new comforter and like a new set. So I've been getting used to like making my bed this way every single morning, but I feel like it looks cute and I feel like it's super cozy. And then I just moved on to basically getting all the hair things out of the way because I leave clips, scrunchies, and hair ties everywhere, I swear. And then I just took the trash out, put a new trash bag in. And next it was time to basically get all the knickknacks off of my desk. So putting my iPad away, getting all these random things. Like we got some coupons when we first moved into our apartment, but I think they all expired like before we even could use them. But so I'm just cleaning all this area up. And I really like to have one day a week where I just deep clean and deep organize everything because it makes it so much easier for the rest of the week when it's all in order. And then I also have these jade plants. If you also watch my move-in vlogs, you would see that I have multiple plants. Sadly, my fiddly fig did not make it to this apartment, which is so sad, but I'm just watering my jade plants and my little succulent and getting them all ready for the week. And then it was time to change. Okay guys, so the plan for the rec center, I really need to like reset my body and reset my gym routine because like I said, because I was moving and the apartment complex that I'm in now does not have a gym, I am having to go to the rec center gym, but they were not open to like fall students. They were only open to students who were taking summer classes, so I couldn't go there. So I haven't been to the gym in a couple of weeks, which is it was kind of nerve-wracking to me because I wasn't able to do all of my like preventative exercises for like my shins and my knees and my hips and stuff like that for while I'm running, because I have been consistently running every single day. But today we're getting back into it, and I'm not quite sure what we're gonna walk into. There's not a whole lot of cars in the parking lot right now, thank goodness. And I am a little afraid because I haven't been to the rec center since sophomore year. Was probably the last time that I was going somewhat consistently, and even then I would like take the dumbbells from downstairs upstairs to this like mat area where it was kind of like in this hallway alone, because there's so many people fighting over the racks and the equipment. And since sophomore year, I've now become a lot more developed in the type of weights that I lift and how much weight. So we're gonna see today what I'll be able to do, because I'm not sure if I'm really in the mood to be like, I don't know, waiting for equipment and stuff like that. So we might just be doing like dumbbell workouts, which is totally fine. But we're gonna play it out. I know I'm gonna be doing like some preventative exercises. Not sure if I'll be doing like heavy squats or something like that. We're gonna feel it out, see what's available. So let's go. Okay guys, I am back in the car. I am profusely sweating. I literally got this from the vending machine and I just crushed this Core Power like high protein milkshake. I love these. These are like my holy grail. I love regular Fairlife like for breakfast every morning, but this after a run or like a workout, oh, chef's kiss. I mean, like replenishing my glycogen stores and giving me the protein that I need so that my muscles don't degrade after all that running and after all of that workout. So it's awesome. So I literally drank this like on the way to the car, and I'm not a gulper, but I will gulp this down. So now I'm just drinking my water bottle. That was a really good workout. I feel like that was really good. I got over my fear, if I had any fear really, of going to like the rec, because most of the people that go to the rec are freshmen who don't have an apartment with a gym because they obviously live in the dorms. And so there's like, you know, kind of this awkwardness of like, there's so many people, there's so little space, like barely anybody, there's not enough equipment for like everybody, and people have to share. And you constantly feel like either everybody's looking at you or you're trying to avoid eye contact from looking at other people just because there's people everywhere. But on the whole, I think that it was really successful for me and I felt strong. It's good to feel strong again, and that's part of the reason that I love like weightlifting and going to the gym, is because it makes me feel strong and capable. And like when I look at my body in the mirror, I'm not just looking at like, you know, what I look like from the outside, but I can also like imagine what's on the inside, you know. Whatever, I don't have biceps, but it's okay. And then I ran on the treadmill, which was kind of frustrating. I don't know if I'll do it again because they have a 30-minute time limit, and that was not like what I needed today. And when it stopped suddenly, I was very annoyed. So I think, I don't know, I'm trying to have to work out how I'm gonna do that on the days that I go to the gym. I might just have to run outside, which is fine. It's just hot as a mother out here, guys. Like literally, I was outside for the last few days working move-ins, and it was scorching, and I got so burnt. Like it doesn't really look like it, but like my cheeks and my nose got so burnt, it hurt so bad. So happy to be inside today. And when I walked out of the gym, I was like, holy cow, it got hot while I was in there. So that was really successful. I definitely feel like that centered me for the rest of the week. Tomorrow I'll just have a run and no like workout. So that will be good. And yeah, now we are gonna go home. It's about 11:22 right now, so we're gonna go home and I'm gonna make lunch. I'm thinking pesto pasta, yum. And then we are gonna do some laundry. We're gonna do some schoolwork, even though school hasn't started, but I'll tell y'all more about that when we get home. And yeah, so let's Okay, I'm gonna get all my ingredients out of the fridge. I tried to stretch really good when I finished running. Like, I got on the ground as one does when they stretch, and I really tried to stretch out as good as I could because I didn't want to have any soreness. And unfortunately, I'm already feeling kind of sore, which is, you know, to be expected. But I'm just thinking, for these like Sunday resets, now that school's back in session and now that I have access to the rec again, we do like free rec classes. So students can literally go and get like a free yoga class or a free like weight session class, like stuff like that. And I really want to like take advantage of that. And I used to a lot, like I used to go to a lot of the yoga classes. So I'm thinking that that's something that I want to prioritize again. And then every week, hopefully I will be able to have a little bit more, you know, of like a stretching reset, because I feel like, I know that the recommendations for Americans are that you get, I think it's like 2 to 3 nights a week, stretching every muscle group in your body for like probably 60 seconds each. And I definitely do not do that as good as I should. So that's something that I want to work on, and hopefully doing that like every Sunday and like scheduling one of those classes, you're falling, and scheduling one of those classes would be beneficial for me. So that's kind of my plan for the future. But for today, I feel like this was really good. And today's also a Monday, so kind of weird, but I'm just chopping up my zucchini. I've got to get my water boiling. Pesto pasta is one of my favorite recipes. It's one of the quickest recipes. I know it like the back of my hand now. And I will say it doesn't have that much protein, so it's not actually a very good meal to have like post-workout. But I had my little core protein shake, so that should be okay. I've tried putting cottage cheese in my pesto sauce before, and I'm not a big fan of cottage cheese, and it was part of one of my stints where I was like, by the end of this week, I'm gonna like cottage cheese. And it was absolutely atrocious, and it was probably because I didn't actually like blend it with a food processor. I just kind of like mixed it in, which was just awful. The texture was just horrible. So maybe I would try that again to add more protein. And if I ate like chicken, if I wasn't a vegetarian, then I would put chicken in there. Technically I'm a pescatarian, so yeah, not very much protein, but it's super yummy. I do some zucchinis, and then I add tomatoes too, and I usually do like whole grain rigatoni, I think is what the pasta is called, which is super yummy. But this is just one of my staples when I just need something kind of quick. Okay, so I'm gonna cook this, and then I'll see y'all when I'm done. All right, so now that I've had lunch, I am about to shower really quick, and then after that, I'm gonna focus on schoolwork. So school doesn't actually start for us until Wednesday, but we are also doing clinical rotations this semester for my dietetic internship. So you can go watch my video on that, describing like what a dietitian is and all that type of thing. But in preparation for these clinical internships, we are having a 2-day from like 9 to 3 boot camp for 2 days with one of my professors, where we go over everything and kind of refresh now that we've had this whole summer to like go by. And so our professor emailed us last night at like 11 p.m. that we had homework for this boot camp. So we have 3 days to basically make a 20-minute presentation on 4 different topics from our medical nutritional therapy classes that she's already assigned to us. So I'm gonna have to go through those notes and research the topics on all of these different things, and then make sure that I can make the slides a good amount so that it can be just under 20 minutes. And then I'll present that to the group when we go to our boot camp. So that's one of the things I'm going to be focusing on. The other thing is I'm finally going to go through the syllabi for both my classes, because I think that those are now up. And if you watch my back to school video, I basically planned out my entire semester, but the syllabi weren't up and the schedules weren't up. So I couldn't put down like exam dates, assignment due dates, all the things like that, which I all put in my Google Calendar. So I'm also going to be trying to focus on that, and hopefully the syllabi will be up by now. Otherwise, I guess it'll be happening after the first day of school, but I digress. That will be fine. So that's my plan for right now. I'm going to shower, and then I'm going to sit at this desk, and I'm going to get this work done, and we're going to do it. And I'm probably going to do my towel laundry and have it like my towels in the washer while I'm studying. So I'll also do that. So yeah. cabbage. Let's go.
Let's go.
Looking at pulmonary diseases. Oh, chronic disease overview. Well, from a quick little control F. Not seeing anything. Brother. Okay. Oh, at least that's part of it. It's a procedure. My God. Did she say specifically in her instructions that we had to put that?
No.
Because I think that's like the deal with access granted. Where is that even? So... Alright guys, well thank you so much for coming along with me while I reset and got ready for my week. I officially feel like everything is clean, everything's put together, everything's organized in both my head with my classes and also in my room and my actual physical space. So I'm really excited for the first day of classes and for those to start. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope that while you watch this, you got some cleaning of your own done, you got some organizing, some folding some laundry, all the things. So yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I hope you feel totally refreshed as well and that you go into it with the headspace that you are capable, you are smart, you are awesome, and you are gonna have a wonderful week. So yeah, I'll see you guys for next Sunday's reset and in the meantime for a couple more videos.